All right, final part for This Is What Happy Looks Like by Jennifer E. Smith. And I am crossing off 1,000 adventures on a bucket list, and this is the goal of reading 100 new books. So, this is what happy looks like. This is my impression of it. Is that had I myself still been 15, 16, I probably would have been in love with this book and sworn to keep it on my bookshelf for the rest of my life because it is such a star-crossed lovers, daunting, dramatic kind of a thing. I also would have loved the quirkiness of this movie star having a pet pig and being completely enthralled with it, and felt bad for him with his relationships and things like that. I will say this, I do still love the main character, Ellie. I don't know, she was just kind of relaxed and chill. Even though she had a ton of drama happening in her own life, she just was a very real person. But I do feel like there was just a tendency for dishonesty when there didn't need to be, which was kind of odd. Overall, the writing is really good. I do think Jennifer Smith is... I do think she is really good with her words. Let's see. I really did like some of the funny things, like them when they were on the boat going to see Ellie's dad at the end. You know, they ran out of gas. There were some supporting characters in this, like her friend Quinn, her mom. There was Graham's manager and the director, and there was also the main character from the movie that Graham was shooting with. She was there. I just felt like there could have been more involvement and possibly more support to their characters to kind of give them a little bit more depth, I suppose. Reading Graham's parts, his chapters and his points of view were just kind of one layer, you know? It wasn't talking about anything that he really enjoyed in his life now. There wasn't anything that was really, in my opinion, there was nothing that really pushed him to act anymore. He was just kind of doing it because now he had to and he was on this path. And it took a really long time to discover that side. And I felt like it was unnecessarily long. So, I mean, as much as I liked his character, I just felt like there wasn't enough motivation for him to keep acting. There wasn't enough motivation for him to stay in this life that has brought him just tragedy, I guess would be the word for it. You know, he's been pulled away from his friends, his family. He doesn't have any privacy. Those kinds of things. Like, I more so felt bad for him than loved and cared about him, if that makes any sense. I'd way rather have been hanging out with Ellie and her mom. Which I wish there was more of her mom, too, because her mom is actually a very wise woman. We see at the end of the book, and throughout the whole thing, she's kind of painted as flighty, yet flighty, but not really easy to communicate with. And I just don't see it. Just the way that Ellie depicts her, but then how we see her when they do interact with each other. Just something didn't vibe. I wish we had seen more of her mom, and wish that her mom had been given a chance to have more of a supportive role. So, I mean, if you do want a quick little easy read, something that is good for kids or teenagers, this would be something worth it for sure. But I think, you know, it wasn't my taste. It wasn't my taste. It was good writing. I would be happy to try another one of her books. If anybody has any ideas about Jennifer E. Smith and anything else she's written, go ahead and drop them in the comments there. I would love to look them up, love to see what they're about, and just see if I can get into it a little bit more, because I always feel bad when I'm not the biggest fan of an author, so I would like to read more of her work. Anyways, that's kind of my thoughts. What are you reading right now? Did you read this one? Have you ever read this one? I hadn't heard of it before now. So let me know. What are your thoughts? What are your opinions? And we will talk to you soon. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and go visit 1000adventures.ca. Talk soon.